I should have returned the favor. Just handed everything over like 10 years of grinding through 12-hour days meant nothing. Like missing birthdays, holidays, and whole seasons of life didn't matter. Like I should have smiled and given it all away to Tommy, the man who thought Ebita was a type of expensive wine, not our most reliable supplier. The man who, just 6 weeks ago, slipped a ring on my wife's finger while I was still coughing up dust from working late nights at the company I thought would be my legacy. And her father, my mentor, the man who once called me his second son, sat calmly across from me at that perfect oak table, polished above the filth. His eyes like steel frozen in ice. "Tommy will take over operations now," he said evenly. "You'll handle the paperwork. And the divorce." The wine in my mouth turned sour instantly, acidic and bitter. The steak in front of me might as well have been concrete disguised as filet mignon. I didn't scream, didn't flip the table, didn't even ask how long they'd been planning this. I nodded, swallowed it all like another hollow sacrifice, then excused myself with the quiet dignity of a man they assumed was broken. They mistook my silence for surrender. But I wasn't shattered. I was sharpening. 10 years ago, I walked into Harold Manning's office with nothing but a worn backpack, a resume packed with ambition, and a fire in my chest strong enough to scorch the walls. Harold was a legend then. Sharp, magnetic, untouchable. He looked me over and said, "You remind me of myself." And when his daughter started lingering near my desk, bringing coffee and conversation, that fire became something warmer. We married beneath the same trees where he built his first factory. He promoted me soon after. Told me one day it would all be mine. And I believed him. I believed in the company, in the dream, in the family I thought I was creating. I bled for that place. Missed out on life to meet deadlines. I thought I was building a future. But while I was busy dreaming, I missed the glances she gave Tommy over charity galas and country club brunches. The intern turned tennis coach with shiny teeth and a fake laugh. Then I started noticing the signs. Passwords were quietly changed. Files disappeared. Tommy started showing up to meetings that didn't concern him, pretending to belong. My wife stopped asking what time I'd be home. She already knew I wouldn't be. It was a hotel receipt that confirmed what I already knew. Room 90006. The Ritz. 2 wine glasses on the nightstand. I stood outside the window with my camera, hands shaking, not with rage but with clarity. Tommy's loafers by the bed. Her curls still set from whatever lie she told that morning. I didn't confront them. Not her. Not Tommy. Not Harold. I let them think I was blind. Let them keep building their little house of cards while I started gathering wind. I got quiet but I started paying attention. And in the silence I made a plan. They thought I was just a CO. Just a guy in a suit. But I had access. I had knowledge. I had cleaned up their messes for years. Fudged the numbers, smoothed over tax gaps, disguised the shell accounts that kept their greed hidden. Harold trusted me with the dark stuff. I made copies of everything. Quietly. Then I started planting seeds. I opened LLCs in my name, silent ones. Shifted my innovations into personal patents. Started courting our clients, one by one, with respect. Until they weren't our clients anymore. They were mine. I built a new company, piece by piece. This time one no one could steal. Meanwhile I filed for divorce. Methodically. With photos, receipts, emails, all time-stamped. I smiled through board meetings while Tommy fumbled through words he didn't understand. My wife tried to flirt, pretending nothing had changed, like she still had any control. He didn't. The prenup Harold once insisted on to protect his legacy. Now it protected me. She was locked out of everything. She could keep the house. I had already bought a better one. Bigger. Mine alone. This morning, Harold strolled into the office like he still ran the world. Gray suit like armor, $800 cologne trailing behind him, and that same smirk from the dinner. "You ready to start training Tommy?" he asked, reaching for his coffee like it was just another Tuesday. Smiled. "No," I said, standing. "I'm here to dismantle everything you thought you built." His hand froze mid-reach. The cup trembled slightly. I dropped the folder on his desk. It slid open with a crisp rustle. Financials, leaked emails, internal memos, time-stamped photos. All of it. "What is this?" he asked, voice cracking. "Your reckoning," I said. I told him I'd filed the SEC reports the night before. My name cleared. His, highlighted in red. His board already had copies. "Check your phone, Harold," I said. 7 missed calls. And that lawyer he used to brag about. Now my lawyer. He'd left an offer on Harold's desk. Resign quietly. No press, no lawsuits. In return, I won't press criminal charges. As for Tommy, he wouldn't be running anything. Especially not after the video footage of him stealing proprietary files and selling them to competitors. Emails. Page 3. Enjoy. Best case, he'd walk away with probation. And a suspended LinkedIn. And his daughter. She gets nothing. Nothing but the echo of what she lost. Harold's face cracked. The man who once seemed immortal suddenly looked old. His fingers trembled on the mahogany. "You ungrateful little bastard," he whispered. "No," I replied, calm and steady. "You are. I was your son. I earned that seat. And you gave it away to someone who can't even spell integrity." He stared at me like he didn't recognize who I was. That made sense. The man he betrayed died at that dinner table. What stood before him now wasn't his apprentice. It was someone forged by fire and betrayal. "Where are you going?" he asked. I smiled, turning toward the company I had built, the one clients now trusted. "The board accepted my buyout. I don't need your name anymore." By noon, Tommy's arrest was all over the headlines. By the end of the week, Harold resigned, blaming health issues. My ex left me a voicemail, her voice soft and full of regret. She said she missed the man I used to be. I didn't call her back. People ask me how I stayed calm through it all. Truth is, I wasn't calm. I was controlled. And there's a difference. Betrayal cuts deep. But revenge, when delivered with patience and precision, cuts deeper. And when you build something from the ground up, you don't lose it. You wait. And then take it back on your terms.